Good morning, everyone. So, as expected, I said I'll be dropping the pre-market analysis today, this morning. And yeah, it's been a while. I've done pre-market analysis. I think the whole of this week I did it just once or twice. So, this one is going to contain a whole lot. So, I advise you to watch it from the beginning to the end because I'll be giving a whole lot of setups on this video. So I'll advise you watch it from the beginning to the end. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also check out my TikTok account for more shorts and more videos. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first pair on the list today is DXY, US dollar index. The US dollar index. So let's get into it and get it done. So here on the US dollar index, I'm starting from the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, I have my monthly upper zone, my monthly midway zone, and my monthly demand zone. My monthly supply zone, my monthly midway zone, and my monthly demand zone. So on the monthly time frame, what am I seeing? I'm seeing an uptrend. Price is in an uptrend. Why? Let me see. Let's see here. Price, okay. So price is in an uptrend, higher high, breaking the previous high here. This was the previous high. Price book is created a new higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high. So right now, currently, the US dollar index is bearish. Why am I saying it's bearish? Give me a minute and I'll tell you why it's bearish. So if you watch the US dollar on the monthly time frame, you will see price is currently consolidating. Price is in a consolidation state. So whenever it touches the supply zone, it tends to drop. Supply drop to the demand, and another touch to the supply again. So what do you expect? We are expecting price to drop all the way to the monthly demand zone or the monthly midway zone again, like it has been doing for the past couple of months or years. So we are expecting the US dollar index to drop from where it currently is to the monthly low. So since price is below, we are expecting price to drop, but it hasn't touched the demand zone yet. We should capitalize on the opportunity from here all the way to the demand zone. So on the monthly time frame, on US dollar index, we are looking for selling opportunities. On US dollar index, we are looking for selling opportunities. So with that being said, we go to the lower time frames and look for selling opportunities only because they are swing traders and we want to trade the direction of the market. So let's get into it. So let's go to the weekly time frame and see what you can get there. So here on the weekly time frame, I have my weekly supply zone and my weekly demand zone. My weekly supply and my weekly demand. And like I said, on the monthly time frame, we are looking for selling opportunities, not buying. So right now, price is at a demand zone. Price is at a demand zone, and we know that demand zones are zones that when price gets to, it starts to rise. So if price is at the demand zone, according to the definition of demand zone, it should start rising. So we shouldn't be looking for selling opportunities on or so, sorry, we shouldn't be looking for selling opportunities at a demand zone. We shouldn't be looking for selling opportunities at a demand zone. So we just wait for a very nice area or zone for price to reach, then we sell. So with that, let's go to the daily time frame and see what we can also identify here. Yeah, so Here on the daily time frame, I can see price forming a series of lower lows, and we know lower lows is a bearish direction. So even when price is forming a series of lower lows, means price is going down. So let's see the series of lower lows. So we have here lower high, lower low, lower high, lower equal low, then lower high, a new lower low, lower high, a new lower low, another lower high. And price is showing rejection over there. So we should be expecting a new lower low as expected. Price should give us a new lower low as expected. So on the daily time frame, I have my daily zones here, my daily upper zone and my daily upper zone and my daily lower zone, my daily upper zone and my daily lower zone. So on the daily time frame, we are still seeing a series of lower lows, or we are seeing a downtrend, which is aligning with the weekly time frame and the monthly time frame. So if you notice, the monthly time frame, the weekly time frame, and the daily time frame are all aligning together. They are all aligning. So what we should be expecting is selling opportunities when we go to the forward time frame, where we'll be picking our entry. So yeah, let's go to the forward time frame and see. But one thing we have to take note on the daily time frame is, since price is forming a series of lower lows and lower highs, and according to the rule of retest, price will always retest the previous breakout zone, whether it's a supply or a demand zone. As long as price breaks out of there, it will retest. So we should have expectation that there is a possibility of price going up to retest the daily breakout zone, which is here. Price should retest here before dropping. But is price going to do that or not? Let's go to the forward time frame and find out. Okay. So here on the forward time frame, you can see that price has been consolidating for a while. Price has been consolidating for a while over here. Price has been consolidating for a while over here. Price has been consolidating for a while over here. So over here, price has really been consolidating. So what you need to do is wait for price to break out of the consolidation. Even though there's a possibility that price will go up and go and touch the 4-hour breakout zone, which is here, we are still looking for selling opportunities. But we are not going to take the sell from here, because price is currently consolidating over here. Price is consolidating in this zone. So what I want us to do is wait for price to do whatever it wants, for the market to do whatever it likes, then until it breaks out of the consolidation, touching the daily zone, then we wait for a retest to the 4-hour zone before we take our selling opportunities, before we look for selling opportunity. So even if price is able to go up, touch the 4-hour breakout zone before it starts dropping, we will still not take our sell until we see a breakout touching the daily zone below, here. So this is where we'll be taking our entry from. We'll be taking our entry from here, then we'll target here as our TP, and our stop loss will be above. So this will be the setup on DXY. So no matter what price does here, we just watch. We are not going to do anything. We just watch. We watch. Because trading is usually like 6% analysis and 100% waiting. So you have to wait for the right setup. And that doesn't mean Every time you wait for the right setup, that trade will play out. You can wait for some setups and they'll still hit your stop loss. You wait for a setup for a whole week and it cooks and still go and hit your stop loss. It's normal. You have to understand the space you are getting into yourself involved. You have to understand the space you are getting into. So it's things like that is very normal. So yeah, this is what I'm expecting on DXY. On DXY, the US dollar index. DXY, the US dollar index. So yeah, let's go to the next pair. Yeah, so the next pair on my list is GBPUSD. GBPUSD. Yeah, so GBPUSD is the next pair on my list. So right now on GBPUSD, we are currently in an uptrend. We are currently in an uptrend. So if you take a good look at GBPUSD, price is in an uptrend. Why? Because there was a demand zone which was a lower low, a new lower high, equal low, equal high, a lower low, then it broke above the equal high, creating a new higher high, drop to for a lower low, and now it's going up. So on the monthly time frame, we should be expecting a new higher high. On the monthly time frame, we should be expecting a new higher high because price is in an uptrend. Price is in an uptrend, so we should be expecting a new higher high. So since we've noticed price is in an uptrend and we are expecting a new higher high, what we should do is go to the lower time frame with the expectation of looking for buying opportunities and getting a good entry. That is what you will be expecting to do when you go to the lower time frames. So let's go. Let's go to the weekly time frame, to the daily, then we go to the 4 hour and look for our entry or pick an entry from the 4 hour. But first, let's go to the weekly time frame to see what price is going on the weekly time frame. So here on the weekly time frame, I have my weekly upper zone, my middle zone, and my weekly demand zone. My weekly supply, my weekly middle zone, and my weekly demand zone. So on the weekly time frame, what are we seeing? We are seeing an uptrend, just like we saw on the 4 hour, or just like we saw at the 4 hour. Sorry, the 4 hour. The monthly time frame, we are seeing an uptrend like we saw on the monthly time frame. Why? Because price was in a downtrend, then got to this demand, went out for a high, drop, couldn't break the previous low, so created a lower high here. Then wait for a new higher high, drop lower low, then we are expecting a new higher low, then something like that. This is what you are expecting, but is it possible? Let's go to the lower time frames and find out. So on the weekly time frame, this is all we could find. So let's go to the daily. So yeah, on the daily time frame, price is also in an uptrend. So now the monthly time frame is in an uptrend, the weekly is also in an uptrend, and the daily time frame is also bullish. So these three time frames are all bullish, telling us that price is in an uptrend. So we should be looking for buying opportunities only, even though there will be visible selling opportunities. But we as swing traders don't trade that way, so we can't take those kind of trades. If you want to be a professional trader or a professional swing trader, you have to take the right trades. Not every trade that you have to take. So that doesn't mean when you are trading against the trend, you won't make money. You will make money depending on who you are or how you trade. That's what will determine whether you make money or not. I like to trade with the trend because I think it's much safer. Someone might think it's not safe, but we are human beings, we all have opinions. So everyone's opinions matters. The question is, does it matter to you or it matters to the person? That's just the question. So let's go. This is the daily time frame. So I have here my daily supply zone. My daily supply zone. So on the daily time frame, this is all I could identify. And if you notice, price after price broke, creating a double bottom, then broke above the monthly zone, it now came back and has given a very nice candle confirmation here, showing bullish momentum, and it should be ready to fly all the way to the weekly supply zone. So what is the bullish momentum or what I'm talking about? If you watch here closely, you can see a very nice bullish engulfing being formed here. So bullish engulfing candlestick is a reversal candlestick. So when it's bullish engulfing means price is about to get bullish, price is about to fly. And when it's bearish engulfing, it's just the vice versa of the bullish engulfing. So yeah, so this is the daily time frame. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and pick an entry on GBP USD. Let me clear this first, then I'll explain it much better. So on the 4-hour time frame, I could also see price is consolidating, just like we saw. Sorry, just like we saw on the Just like you saw on DXY, price is consolidating on the 4-hour. So since price is consolidating, you know that whenever price is in a consolidation state or it's ranging, we should stay away until price breaks out of the consolidation or the ranging zone. So what you need to do is wait for price to break out of the consolidation or the ranging zone. And since you are looking for buying opportunities, you should be expecting a you should be expecting a breakout to the upside. The downside, you ain't gonna pick it, but you should be expecting price to break out to the upside. So since price, we are expecting price to break out to the upside. So this, we should be expecting something like this: price to break out, come back for a return before the buying momentum comes in. So we are also going to be looking for opportunities from here all the way to the weekly time frame. Sorry, all the way to the weekly zone. We are going to be looking for buying opportunities from the daily zone. That when price breaks out of the zone and it comes back for a retest, then we look for buying opportunities with the candle confirmation all the way to the weekly zone. So this will be the setup on GBP USD. This will be the setup on GBP USD. So yeah, let's go to the next pair. The next pair on my list is EURUSD. The next pair on my list is EURUSD. So with EURUSD, let's do a top-down analysis from the monthly time frame all the way down and see what we are expecting on EURUSD. Are we expecting buying pressure or selling pressure? Before we be done with this analysis, we will find out whether we are looking for buying pressure or selling pressure. So let's get into it. On the monthly time frame on EURUSD, I could say EURUSD is also ranging at the monthly time frame. Why? Because price has been forming a series of price price has been consolidating at a particular zone for a very long time. And even though we tried to break, it was the sellers weren't strong enough to push the price continuously down. So buyers took over like they've always been doing. So on EURUSD, we are still looking for buying opportunities. We are still looking for buying opportunities on EURUSD. So before I continue, I want you all to know that there's a new I've started mentorship and I'm doing a discount on my mentorship course. It's the price is actually $100, but I have 10 slots open for the first 10 people to join. They will pay $60 instead of 100, and with that 10 slots, some have been booked already. But when you are watching this video, you can check out my bio and contact me, and you can also book a slot for yourself. It's a 2 month course, beginner friendly. I've simplified everything, just like I'll do the analysis, how explaining. That's how I explain it during the class, and it will be more simpler than the things I'm using here. You might probably not understand some, or you understand some, but it's all just the same. I'll, it's a very like my course. I've broken it down to the say that when even a kindergarten student can understand everything that I'll say. So I advise you to jump on the train and hop in. The slots are limited. It's only 10 people. I only need 10 people to book this slot, and after it's been filled, then the slot like the door will be closed for the slot, and probably the next time I'll be doing it, I don't know yet, but the next time I'll be taking students will be maybe after 2 months. Yeah, after 2 months. So I advise you hopping on this train right now as you are watching this video. Hopping right now. Book a slot. You never know. Forex trading will change your life. That one, they say it on the internet all the time, so I don't need to repeat the same thing here. You all know what forex trading does, what it can do, what it has done for people. And if it has done it for people, why can't it do it for you? Why do you think you are different? You are no different. So I advise you to hop in. The slot is very limited, and yeah, it's very limited. So you should book one for yourself, and you can even book it for family and friends who you think they should uh, prosper, or you want them to succeed. And you can even book the slot as a gift for loved ones, anyone. It's just your choice. So yeah, let's continue with the analysis. So we are on EURUSD, and I actually talked about the direction because EURUSD is consolidating. It's ranging, and now we are in a bullish market because after touching the supply, it dropped to the demand, broke the demand a little. Now it's going back to the supply. So we should be looking for buying opportunities. Since price hasn't touched the supply zone yet, we should be looking for buying opportunities all the way to the supply zone. So yeah, let's go to the weekly time frame and see what you can do. So on the weekly time frame here, we have I have my weekly upper zone and my weekly lower zone. So on the weekly time frame, price is also in an uptrend, like I said on the monthly time frame, or we also on the monthly time frame. Price is in an uptrend, but it has tapped into a weekly resistance, shows some rejection, and you see the last week's candle also closing in a doji form, which is showing a possibility of a bullish market, but we don't know yet. So on the weekly time frame, this is how we could identify. Let's go to the daily and see how we can make use of all this. So on the daily time frame, You could see after price taps into the weekly zone, it dropped all the way to the daily zone. Again, the daily breakout zone, price dropped to the daily breakout zone, and it's giving us a very nice bullish pattern or bullish confirmation, and it's telling us that price is ready to go all the way to the monthly resistance zone. So with that, let's see. We have our daily, I have my daily supply and my daily demand. So yeah, this is good on my end, and since this is EURUSD, let's go to the 4-hour time frame and look for an entry. So on EURUSD, this is what we are expecting on the 4-hour. So we have two expectations. Either price continues going up and breaks out of the weekly zone, comes back for a retest, give us a candle confirmation, then we buy. Or price will drop to the daily zone as soon as price as soon as the market opens. Price will probably drop to the daily zone, and if price drops to the daily zone, then we'll be looking for buying opportunities all the way to the daily upper zone. So on the 4-hour, this is what I'm expecting price to do on the 4-hour. This is what I'm expecting price to do in the 4-hour. Okay. So yeah, this is the first first batch of analysis, and I don't really want this video to be very long for so everyone can watch it, and it will be that lengthy for everyone. So I'll end these recordings another setup here on EURUSD. Then I'll do another setup and explain it, giving doing a pre-market analysis on the other pairs. So after you've watched this video to the end, don't forget to like, comment, and share, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And after that, you can probably say something nice in the comment section. If you have any requests, you drop it in the comment section. If you have any questions you want me to answer for you, you can also drop it in the comment section. And yeah, so when you watch the video, don't just watch. Please like it, comment, and subscribe. And when you do that, the video gets to go a little bit higher, like it goes to people's view trends and stuff like that, and they can also make use of these opportunities. You never know who is watching. So yeah, this will be all on EURUSD. So yeah, let's